There we go. It's a little bigger. That's as good as it's gonna get. I'm not gonna fuck it up anymore. Bear with you, fine. That's as good as... You guys think streaming is like, it's so easy. Kuma just hits play and everything works. It doesn't. It doesn't. Let's start. I don't think I've seen this. Alright, part 5. Alright, let's do this fun thing. No, too much. A little. Perfect! It's dead center. This is as close as I can get it. You're welcome!
You prepare to descend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe, a 20-foot tall granite statue of the mighty wizard, Zazapan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mystical gaze. To peer into those aloof, glassy eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joys of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch askance his merry twinkle or twitch of a whisker shall surely have his dreams fulfilled. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. It is suggested that Rose should psychoanalyze her mother's love of wizards. There is nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them more repellent than you do.
Why?
She's just a committed woman. You descend to the living room area of your home's expensive open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it's hardly become audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You may as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed.
I'm sorry, but I'm distracted by the sheer size of this fucking statue. If we could use this door as a frame of reference, and a door is usually like, what, a meter wide? This statue is 2 meters wide. If this is 2 meters... This fucking statue is more than 4 meters tall. Why?
But now it is suggested to view your mother's solid copper vacuum statue. Okay, but it's bronze, not copper.
Again! Why? And why does it have a basketball hoop? This makes fucking zero...
But it wasn't always. A while ago you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day.
Funny story. Hutchun's dad gave Hutchun's mum a vacuum cleaner for Valentine's Day. Let's continue.
Even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her ubiquitous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much she had it bronzed and put on this pedestal. She even left it plugged in so it can still be turned on now and again. But never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night when you're in your room you can hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged. Furthermore, you are asked to grab the Eldritch Princess. It is too big to capture log. Not that you would want to move it anyway. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother got it this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decide to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and probably never will. She will never be the one to blink first. You decide to acquire the umbrella from protection against the elements. U more than L, U less than V. You're going to have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You'll guess you'll cross that bridge later. The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby. It is again asked to investigate the richly coloured object in the middle of the screen. That would be your refrigerator, whose surfaces have been customarily served as the battlefield for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upmanship. This is a drawing you did of your cat Jaspers when you were younger, along with it a poem about him. Your mother bought this ostentatious $15,000 frame for it, and had it welded to the door. Using the colourful magnet letters, you recently left a succinct message, which may or may not have been directed towards anyone in particular. But you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of the thoughtful gesture, you then left her a sincere thank you note, which you had legally notarized and then marked with a drop of blood.
Could you imagine being married to her? Oh my god, you could just tell that she's been divorced, and this is all alimony money, and she's wasting it on this stupid shit. Jesus Christ.
But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow.
What the fuck? Hunch on door. I'm freezing. Oh, thanks for taking out the garbage.
This is incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother or getting your computer back online so you can escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you're absolutely positive no one is watching. W more than L. W more than V. But that unsightly void in the W pack just won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also vow to return later and neatly sew the plastics shut. You now wonder how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a fresh doily under the pillow will do the trick. Or maybe spilling a bit of Worcestershire sauce on it, and then having it dry cleaned and returned along with a laboriously ingratiating apology note. No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe, just thinking out loud here, you could use the entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. But you've already done something with the W pack, so there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal. You decide to take the velvet pillow and lovingly embroider a poem of praise of motherhood on it. Hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. VE more than L. VE less than VI. VE more than U. But it causes your tree to become pretty badly unbalanced. It will surely auto-balance itself in a moment. And just like that, the umbrella becomes accessible in the root card. That's one of the things you love about your tree modus. The happy surprises. Okay, enough's enough. It's time to get... You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all the things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That mop bucket doesn't even have any water in it. What an absolute madwoman. This bird's got to fly.
Lousy, goddamn, stupid wizards.
Meanwhile, in the past again, you're almost done patching up the hole in your window with the gaffer tape. But it's sort of hard to get any work done with all these people keep pestering you all day. You guess you better get on that.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, sup?
Not much. Sup with you, bro?
Good one. It's alright, being chill I guess. You know how it goes.
Great. Feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy?
Oh man, you know it.
So cool!
You know shit is ice cold up in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you.
So have you talked to John today?
Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about he sucks at his Sylladex. Can you believe he uses stack? That kid is ridiculous.
Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
What was it you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot whenever we talk about your goofy emotuses, I get a migraine. What do you want with John?
I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday package.
Oh yeah, I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail. I was wondering if mine came yet.
I think it did.
Yeah?
And I think mine came too.
So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something?
No, he won't open it. He'll lose it.
Oh. Wow, sorry to hear about that, I guess.
No, it's good actually, because he'll find it again later when he really needs it. Which of course is why I sent it in the first place.
See, like, I never get how you know these things.
I don't know. I just know that I know.
Alright.
Anyway, I to go. I have to be back, which is always a bit of an undertaking.
Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off.
I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay?
Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense.
Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass.
Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, I gotta go.
See ya.
Heights.
It'd be handy to have your phone, 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, 8 divided by 10 equals 8, on standby so you won't always have to go back to your computer whenever someone pesters you. This way you can text message 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1, 18 divided by 10 equals 8. People, no matter where you are or what outrageously cool thing you're up to. So cool.
And I love how it's the iPhone 1. God fucking damn it. Alright. Homestuck, Act 2, Part 6. Let me... Perfection. It's almost dead center. I'm getting good at this! You would think this program would have a feature where it saves your previous view settings. Nope.
John, pursue Adverse 7 to that room.
And even meanwhile, in the present, sort of, once again the slippery antagonist eludes you. You only find more of these unpleasant oily smears. Someone is pestering you. Both your PDA and computer register the message.
This chum will know what to do.
Like it's like,
Alright, I'm out of my room now, looking for my bros game.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's no sign of Rose yet. I hope she's okay.
Well, if she comes back, I'll be ready. You better know what you're talking about, because this could get ugly. Brought my phone, and I also took my awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle. And they always do.
You mean that cheap piece of shit you have on your wall?
Fuck you. It's sharp, and it's awesome, and it's a sword.
one thing, if you're buying a katana, make sure you do a high carbon steel. If you get stainless steel, it'll actually snap. Stainless steel shouldn't be used for anything longer than 11 inches, which is why about as long as they get is the big butcher knives that you basically use in your kitchen. Anything longer than that, it's gonna snap. If it's stainless steel, it's shit. High carbon steel is the way to go. I've got 2 katanas and one of them is battle ready. You also got to make sure you get a full tang. Tang being how much of the handle is actual metal. If it's half a tang, it's only this much. If it's full tang, it's like this. You can usually tell by the number of pins in the handle. If it's half tang, it's a piece of shit. You need full tang. Typically, when you get a katana, you can actually get a certificate from the blacksmith that made it. And you can always look up who the blacksmith is to see if it's legit. So if you're buying something like a katana, you should actually do a little bit of research. There's also certain blacksmiths in Japan that only make them... Like, you can't even order it from these people. You have to pretty much request through someone to get it. So if you're sort of somewhat friendly in the martial arts community, you can typically get one. But katanas that are made using steel from Mount Fuji cannot actually be legally exported, because they're supposed to stay within Japan. It's a law that they passed. However, people have been known to smuggle them out of the country by saying that they're decorative items, because most people in customs can't tell the difference. The more you know.
End of story.
Okay, I don't really care. I'm in my room again. I think there's someone else in this house. Like monsters or something.
Howie?
Haha, I wish.
Dude, monsters aren't real. That's stupid kid stuff for stupid babies.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
What, are you an idiot? Of course there are monsters in your house. You're in some weird evil monster dimension. Come on. Skepticism is the crutch of cinematic troglodytes. Like, hey mom, dad, there's a dinosaur or a ghost or whatever in my room. Yeah, right, Junior, go back to bed. Fuck you, Mom and Dad. How many times are we going to watch this trope unfold? It wasn't goddamn funny the first time I saw it. Just once, I'd like to see Dad crap his pants when a kid says there's a vampire in his closet. Oh shit, everyone in the minivan. Be fucking Dad of the Year right there.
Okay, stop. What do I do?
What do you have, a hammer? Man, so lame. Okay, whatever. You should look into weaponizing your Silodex. My bro is always getting on my case about it, but man, it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you're fighting monsters left and right, you don't have much choice.
Huh, okay. I guess I can read up on data structure some more. How's it going there?
I'm out in the living room. He's usually here, but I don't see him. Might be playing his mind games. He's always pulling this ninja shit. All I see is Lil Cal over there, so I guess he can't be far.
Oh god, so lame.
What?
See, I just don't know why you think it's cool. His ventriloquist rapping thing.
Oh, locale? No, man. Locale's the shit.
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just saying that being a white guy who's a rapper with a ventriloquist doll is not cool by any stretch of the imagination, or by any definition of the word cool, ironic or otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Wait.
Yeah, bullshit.
Why does it have anything to do with the fact that he's a white guy? The fuck?
Cal is dope. Puppets are awesome. John Egbert blows. The end.
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, more like the opposite of all those things is the thing that is true. I'm gonna go read. Good luck with your bro.
Read your book. Stay aware of these foes.
The fucking thing.
Monsters. Only retarded babies who poop in their diapers believe in that stuff.
Seriously, look at the fucking size of that statue. Why? Of course they needed a fucking crane. It's probably destroying the floor from sheer weight.
Strength.
It looks like Mom has satisfied her strife quota for the day. She simply returns to her housework. No point in going out the front door anymore. Might as well head out the back, like you originally planned. First, be the pony. Second, trample Mom. You can't be this stupid pony, and frankly, you can't imagine why anyone would want to. But you give the pony a begrudging pat on the snout anyway. Her name is Maplehoof.
I don't know why, but I wouldn't mind being a house husbando and that all he has to do is clean and drink. Because that sounds like heaven.
Data structures for assholes! Chapter 7. God damn it, why do I even bother? The good news, finally your revolting incompetence can be put to use. Instead of accidentally firing a Silex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting of your beloved great aunt, you can turn that fumbling fairy towards one of your foes, such as the ability to grasp painfully simple concepts. The bad news, I'm tired of explaining myself worse to you gibbering fuckwads. In this chapter, I'll be phoning it in with the liberal use of diagrams and shitty clip art. What are you gonna do about it? You are gonna wriggle in your own viscous secretions like the worm you are. That's what. Here, learn something for a change. Asshole notes. Purse your lips together to form a stiff pucker. Apply them firmly to my rear end. I now pronounce you man and wife. Now get in the kitchen to make my ass some dinner, bitch.
Yep, this is definitely the early 2000s. This would not be allowed today. This is what kids used to watch growing up.
John, turn around!
You're trying to read, okay? This book is already unpleasant enough as it is with the weird voices in your head nagging you to do things. Besides, I thought we already agreed there's no such thing as monsters.
Forward arrow!
Fine, you'll interrupt your reading and turn around, but you don't see what could possibly be. Oh my god, it's a monster!
Strength.
Poor bunny.
You leave through the back door. Nearby is the transformer which distributes electricity from the underground generator powered by the river flowing beneath your house. The
What?!
transformer was struck by lightning though, and no longer works. You wonder if your mother has any plans to have it fixed. You guess she'd rather play her mind games in a dark house like a weirdo. You can see the mausoleum and the portable generator across your yard. You're almost there.
Is her dad like Mr. Burns or some shit? A mausoleum?
You regather your items and begin the soggy trek mausoleum word.
Get up, John! This is no time for slumber!
Strike! Forget the W and make haste to the mausoleum. Retrieving the W had never even crossed your mind. It's just a stupid magnet. Strike! You said, put the bunny back in the box!
Bloody Con Air.
Now why couldn't he put the bunny back in the box?
No exalt! Victory! Spoils are yours!
The amazing victory allows you to scale the first 2 achievement rungs on your ladder. You are now a plucky tot, with a new feather in your cap to show for it. The ladder rewards your bold ascent with 125 boon dollars. You waste little time storing them in your ceramic pork hollow.
The
Additionally,
nostalgia.
climbing the rungs has boosted your gel viscosity and your cash limits. By expanding your cash limit, you've made room for all that nice grist you just collected. You now have 32 fragments of build grist and 10 fragments of shale.
The fuck is shale? I like how it just ends randomly at like a comment. It isn't even like a start and a finish. It literally just ends at an end of a sentence. Alright, let's try to do the thing. Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. Ta-da! Wait, that isn't perfectly symmetrical. That's ugly. It's not symmetrical on the right-hand side. Yeah. That's pretty symmetrical. Ha-chan, do I have OCD?
Yeah, I do.
I do? Oh, okay then. Thanks for confirming. Let's continue.
What about that card?
It seems the Shale Imp has allocated the bunny to its Strife Specibus. Sort of a stupid thing to use for a weapon, but you might as well grab it and stick the bunny in your Strife deck while you're at it. It will at the very least be safer there.
Okay.
You group the 2 specify in your Strife portfolio. No self-respecting strifer would be caught dead without one.
Gather the scattered bits of your large hammer.
Oddly enough, it seems that breaking the sledgehammer altered the abstratus from hammer kind to handle kind, even going as far as expelling the head of your smaller hammer from your deck to force compliance. You didn't even notice in the heat of the battle. You grab the sledgehammer handle, expelling the useless Harlequin figurine.
Now repair the hammer.
You merge the sledgehammer head with its handle, and then return it to your Strife deck, repairing the hammer kind abstratus in the process. The smaller hammer handle is ejected from the deck, since of course handles of any sort no longer belong in there. Obviously.
Fine. Now what?
Dave is pestering you, but you don't have the time to deal with his nonsense right now. Something is amiss in your room. You can't quite put your finger on it.
Oh, the kitty has a mausoleum?
You fire up the generator and drag a cord into the mausoleum. It of course would be foolish to run the generator inside a confined space. Generator safety is everyone's business. Sorry, Jaspers, have to make space for the laptop. Besides, your final resting place is already a mockery. You should have decomposed years ago under a bed of petunias like a normal cat. Not given to a taxidermist and fitted with a tiny custom-tailored suit, and then stuffed into a coffin built for infants. You plug in your laptop and connect to the internet signal again. Everything predictably falls out your Silodex, but you're not going to get bent out of shape about it. You've got bigger fish to fry. Looks like Dave noticed you're back online. He pesters you like clockwork. And there's John. What on earth is he up to now?
The door, John! Look at the door!
You're right!
Metal Gear!
Rose yank this door off its hinges and prop it on your bed? Someone, or something, has put it back and left it slightly ajar.
What? This is so outrageous!
Oh my god, it's Grandma.
Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet, or what?
No, for now, I have retired to the safety of a smaller building, which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence.
Oh, well, that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help you out of there, so I'm working on that now.
Working on it?
Yeah, my bro's copy. Long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little.
You're referring to your brother's collection.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all, the semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever. Or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit is going a little too far, and it's kinda fucked up.
I've seen his website. I like them.
Yeah, well, you would. Oh man, I wish little Cal wouldn't look at me like that, with those dead eyes. Jesus. Sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me, and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the fuck out.
Interesting.
Oh god, why'd I just tell you my dream? You're gonna have a field day with that.
I am currently scrawling notes furiously into one of the many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you. Published papers forthcoming. Because, you know, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me.
He won't answer me either, but I am watching him. I suspect he is preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown.
Alright, I'm out. Later.
Interrogate this mad woman.
Now, to get back to your comment about starting a petition to end SJWs and about comedy like this not being acceptable. You guys know the theory that societies, after they hit their peak, they basically crumble, right? Well, it's a theory that Western society has hit its peak, and as a result, people have become so complacent and entitled that it's bound to crumble, which is currently what's happening in the West. Everyone believes that they deserve everything on tap with minimal effort, to the point that it's all just going to come tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. You know, like the Evangelion song. And when that happens, people that can actually, you know, get shit done are going to end up rebuilding society. So at the end, SJWs are going to be their own undoing. Up until now, they've just managed to, you know, stay under the radar and basically autopilot through life because they didn't have to do much because everyone else would, you know, procure the resources and create whatever they needed. When they fuck up the system, which is the status quo, that's all going to disappear. Like, for example, I don't know, burning the streets. It's all fun and games while you're looting buildings, but after a while, the shopping centers aren't going to be restocked with food. How are they going to get food? They don't know how to farm, they don't know how to hunt, they don't know how to gather, and they're going to be out of fiscal resources, meaning they can't order anything online, plus no one's going to be delivering it. What's going to happen? Are they going to form a society? No, they're going to crumble from within and eat each other alive. So, SJWs will kind of destroy themselves. All we got to do is build a big wall. Let's continue.
Nana?
Yes, dear.
Wow, you scared the living daylights out of me. Well, I guess it was a really good prank. Good one, Nana. Anyway, are you really my dead Nana?
Of course, John. I've come back to help you on your journey through the medium and beyond. I'm delighted to see what a fine young man you've turned out to be, just like your father.
Okay, I guess. I'll take your word for it. I don't remember you at all. My dad said I was really young when you died. Hey, speaking of which, do you know where he is? I looked everywhere for him.
Your father was kidnapped.
Oh no!
When you crossed over to the medium, he was apprehended by the very forces of darkness which your presence here has awakened.
What? Okay, so it was the medium you were talking about.
It is where we are now, a realm that is a ring of pure void, dividing light and darkness. It turns in the thick of the Inciposphere, a place untouched by the flow of time in your universe.
I'm sorry, are we in Kingdom Hearts again? Because, like, this is...
You mean because we were inside a computer or in the game software or something?
A computer? Why, what is that, dear? Some newfangled contraption like the horseless auto boxcar?
Well, it's like this machine that,
Of course I know what a computer is, John. I was just pulling your leg.
Oh, okay.
No, John, you are not inside a computer or software or anything like that. Try not to be so linear, dear. The software that brought you here was merely a mechanism that served as a gateway. Its routines, in a way, served to invoke this realm's instance, yet it stands independently of any physical machine, and somewhat paradoxically, always has.
I'm not sure I get it, but alright. So what do I actually need to be doing here?
I think it would be best if we started with the big picture.
Go on.
Above the medium, beyond the 7 gates, residing at the core of the Impasse, is a place known as Skya. Legend holds that Skya exists as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. What does this mean, you ask? I'm afraid my lips are sealed about that, dear. But needless to say, where a realm of such profound importance is concerned, forces of light will forever be charged with its defense, while forces of darkness will just as persistently covet its destruction. And as it so happens, the center of this realm, whose fate is in question, these very forces duel on a stage stuck in eternal stalemate. Yes, they have dueled in this manner forever. That is, until you showed up.
Me?
Yes, you, John. Before your mishap with my ashes, you may recall the sprite's previous incarnation, which resulted from its kernel's hatching. You see, this hatching occurs automatically in response to your arrival. The result is a pair of kernels, one dark, one light, each carrying the information they were prototyped with before the hatch. One goes down to a kingdom entrenched in darkness, the other up to a kingdom basking in light. Each comes to rest in an orb atop a spire, of which there are 3 others in kind. The 4 spires are situated above a throne, and these 2 thrones preside over the 2 respective sovereign powers. And once the kernels are situated, this is when the game is afoot. The true war begins, light versus dark, good versus evil. This is a war that the forces of light are always destined to lose without exception.
A quest of futility, then.
Wow, really? Then what's the point?
That remains for you to find out, dear. For you see, the journey you are about to take is the ultimate riddle.
Whoa!
For now, your objective is to proceed towards Skya and pass through the first gate situated directly above your house, not even terribly far. The gates will become progressively more difficult to reach, so you'd better be prepared to sharpen your adventuring skills.
How am I supposed to get up there?
You build!
Forward arrow.
Okay, so I think I get it now. So I guess the battle against good and evil is sort of irrelevant. Well, I don't know, that all sounds kind of weird, but in any case, we build up the house to get to these gates, and then I can save my dad.
Yes, John.
And then after that, we solve this ultimate riddle thing and save the Earth from destruction.
Oh no, I'm afraid not.
Forward arrow?
Your planet is done for, dear. There is nothing you can do about that.
Oh.
Your purpose is so much more important than saving that silly old planet, though.
And that is?
Yes, I will have to agree with the float hag about that.
Well, I guess this is the call adventure portion of the story, a hero's journey. We've only had to wait till Act 2, Part 7 to get the call to adventure. So this is the equivalent of the first hour of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. And this is where things get weird. Don't worry, no one understands Homestuck the first time around. Oh, thank you. I was getting worried that I was just an idiot. Apparently not. Homestuck. I just accept the fact that I'm not going to understand what's going on at this point. Alright, let's go. Let me get this. Alright, got that part. Oh, no, it's not symmetrical. Almost. Almost there. Alright, that's pretty symmetrical. I'd lose my shit if one little element on the yellow was over the top. Alright. Alright, here we go.
John, you are such a good boy. I know you will succeed.
Thanks, Nana.
You are a good boy, and good boys deserve treats.
Hooray.
I'm going to go bake you some cookies.
You mentioned cookies. Pursue her.
Oh, god damn it! That's just what you need. More baked goods.
John, you do not say no to cookies. I command you to get them.
You totally abjure the hell out of that idea. You're so busy abjuring you don't even notice Rose has been trying to pester you the whole time. You give John a swift drubbing in the noggin, but he is undeterred. That is some fit he is throwing. Perhaps you will take this spare moment to contemplate the Nannasprite's strange tale. It also behooves you to record your thoughts on these developments in your GameFAQs workthrough/journal. It can be hard finding time to update it. In fact, you're not even sure when you found the time to write what's already there. Oh, is that so, Jaspers? And who do you think you're looking at with that smug grin? The last thing you need is sass from a dead cat. It's pretty much all his fault you're in this mess in the first place, so he can just button it.
John! Cookies! Now!
You refuse outright.
This impudence is insufferable! Go get the cookies!
Well, when you put it so politely, how can John decline?
John, you are stupid!
You really need to work on your manners.
Stupid, stupid, dumb!
That's not a command! It's nothing! It's stupid! You're stupid!
For the last time, I command you to get the cookies, boy.
It's just not going to happen, buddy. Years in the future, but not really enough to write home about, an agitated finger slips mid-keystroke.
I love how it's in the future. So this person from the future is sending messages to the person in the past. Almost as if he's like, you're stupid for not getting those cookies. It's like, I don't want those cookies. It's like, you're going to be missing those cookies when they're gone. Almost as if this person is actually John, but anyways.
The long and short. The medium too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I spared you any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you find yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which, if followed, would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes two of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears to be that prototyping the Colonel Sprite before making your getaway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the Medium. Also, if prototyped with one or two sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers the chance to have all of this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you have made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though, to what extent this is actually bad news, I'm not sure. I know only the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before departure and once after, which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure, and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide, so long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker in your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you're struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce this effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate that there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, one after, both after, only one, either before or after, none. Those occurring before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process, and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the insiposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with flavoring the forces that you will struggle against, and generally, all forces are at odds with each other in this realm.
So, if the first time you prototyped the sprite was with, like, say, your father's porno mag, you'd basically be fighting against Belle Delphine. Huh. Interesting. So once that's already set, any other changes to your sprite is just purely superficial on your end, because the light one and the dark one's already been set. Fair enough. So it's basically like a click your own, make your own adventure sort of thing. So the first time he did it with a clown. Okay. That's kind of terrifying in a way, because clowns can be evil.
It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which, again, I derive through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging in an instance of a dimension with a highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objects surrounding an equally flexible mythological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template, and evolves with the player's actions, and likely further evolves with the addition of more host-client connections, and thus more prototype kernels. I regret to say I can't be much more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further.
So basically it means, like, we don't know where this story is going, so we're making it up as we go along. That's basically what they're saying.
There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however. Questions concerning the kernel sprite, which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel for that matter, and even more salient questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure? Or is a unique, blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There is no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I had to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client-server pair activates its own fresh copy of an Incibosphere, or a unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client. But through a mishap, my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together, until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we could complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as the server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of this dimension there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does. And if this proves to be the case, I trust I will be sufficiently numb to the realization. I consider nothing about this game surprising at this point. And in fact, from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained on good authority during the prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark, twisting paths to necromancy were blundered into rather on accident. Or perhaps you don't need to know any of this. Rethink organization? Lead maybe waist deep in logoriac sludge. Trim down. Blah.
So they're basically saying there's going to be another protagonist? Cool, thank you. Act 2 part... What the fuck is this smiley thingy? Seriously, look what I'm looking at. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. What the hell is that? Alright, let's try to get this perfectly symmetrical. And then we just... it's all blank, so I don't know. I'm guessing it's perfectly symmetrical. Please be.
Months in the past, but not many.
Months? Oh, past. Gotcha.
Happy birthday, Rose!
Hello, and thanks.
Did you get John's present yet?
I just opened it this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask about it now. I am stunned.
Yeah, I know. What do you make with it?
And who said it was something from which something else could be made?
Well, John did tell me what it was, duh.
I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I can do in response to the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby, when I make perfectly reasonable analytical remarks.
Oh, but Rose, I don't think he meant anything like it by that. You see, not everyone always means the opposite of what they say the way you and Dave always do.
Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it?
Yep, I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years!
Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking. Or if you're even capable of it.
I just mailed it to him too, so it's sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here.
I'll probably just craft him something with strong sentimental value. That should burn him.
I don't think you really mean that.
I guess not. So, shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into?
No. Sorry, but you are kinda hard to shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you like a whole lot better than something inside a box.
Oh.
It's a tip.
This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts parachuting from the sky. Please, go on.
Did you have a pet a long time ago that died?
Yes.
Okay, well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot?
Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat, or that it was male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed, and move on. To answer your question, I would describe my feelings towards the animal as lukewarm.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you you could play a game that would bring him back to life?
If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you?
Yes, that someone is me! I just thought you might find it interesting.
So, what is this game?
Oh, I don't know.
Sword Art Online.
I'm just saying it's all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk to John and Dave about it. They are way more into all that stuff than I am.
I'll see what the word on the street is about it, in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with John's present.
You capture log your katana. 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 equals 9 divided by 10 equals 9. And prepare to venture out into your apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first, maybe, just maybe. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't even last very long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what is up with all this sick heat. The sun threatens to set, but it won't step off. It's staring you down, like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove it's tracing round the earth. While lingering in mid-air, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle this sizzle a little bizzle. Set the record straight on this global turn tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles. Waiting on the pizzle, the dizzle and the shizzle. G's to the bizac, now ladies here we gizzo. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. English romantic poet, John Keats. Sorry little dude, coming through. Gotta put you down for a little bit. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Dave hastily enter the room with wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face. A friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his days in here. At night he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere though. There's the puppet chest he stores little Cal in when he takes him out on gigs. But when he's home, he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, cause Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Dave is suggested to pity the fool. It is your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound humorous irony. But as usual with your bro's exploits, this is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony, removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T when he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass, and that his awesomeness was also the sort of a joke. But in this case, the joke is the joke, and that degree of irony in itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you or your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny, but you know really isn't, and making it funny again by adding a subtle strata of irony, which is utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also, for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you can hope you can be as good as your bro at this someday. You'd never tell him that, though. It is suggested that Dave finds the little cow and give him fist bumps. Cow's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strewn around haphazardly. You guess these things are kinda cool.
No, they're
Sort
not!
of. It looks like your bro was playing. It's not like him to leave in the middle of some totally intense gaming. It's not like him to misplace cow either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal. Yeah, you better fucking believe we be chill. Cal is the man. Resist the great urge to play your bro's Xbox. You fail to resist the urge. You start thrashing up stunts something uncanny brutal on your quest for mad snacks, yo, and get this way rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with that hook. The hook is dead to that shit. But you get stuck in some poorly modelled 3D fixture or something, like a railing or a piece of wall. You'll have to reset. Fuck this shit. Oh man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the Seaman some props. Bump. Your bro has so much sweet gear it's hard to keep up with it all sometimes. Here is his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peep. Your bro's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course you know what the password is, and he knows you know it, and you're both cool with that because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. You enter the password.
Wait. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ironic. It's ironic, isn't it? It's ironic.
Word. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use the application Complete Bullshit to keep up with the ludicrous amount of websites and news feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. This is complete bullshit! Your bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs, and of course, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You navigate to the latest comic in one of the many bullshit feed bands. Another one of your bro's many ironic websites. The difference here is that he rakes in thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Smuppets are a multi-billion-dollar-a-year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze from the plump udder of that cash cow.
Gallery live video marionette bun raku plush foam felt maroti senor wench's chin face finger puppet for all the fuzzy fluffy frolicsome fun you can stomach and more. Limp there's a lot of give to that ass. Soft ass. Bounce a coin off it. It's not going anywhere. Foam friend. Yeah, bet that'll call and take a good nap. You know what? This would not surprise me. Considering the way the fucking internet is, it would not surprise me.
You guess you've messed around on his computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose, or worse yet, your bro catches you. But my god, the rumps, they're transfixing. You know this is ironic and all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony that you could only dream of daring to fathom. But on rare occasions, when your guard is down, it all just seems a tad unsettling to you.
That puppet is freaky.
Oh, hey. Hey there, cow. You are sort of starting to flip the fuck out. Without losing your cool, of course. To ease your nerves, you get Egbert on the line again to give him the lowdown on your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot. But he's not answering. You wonder what that guy is up to.
Hey, what is up? What happened with the monster that is totally definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, things are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome, no problems with them or anything. Like, just really, really awesome.
Looks like Rose has finally logged in again. Didn't John say her house was burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what? And here we have a conversation that we have already heard before.
John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Oh, fine. Enjoy your stupor. I'll go about my business elsewhere. John, whenever you read this, you should know I put the shale you collected to use and finally deployed the punch designates. It is in your study. I can only drop it, though. You'll have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird histrionics, maybe you could give it a try. I'm updating my walkthrough, and it would help to know what it does. Also, I should probably warn you that your house and yard are completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful.
So I see. Stupid lousy imps. They're mucking up all my cool stuff.
Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason, but my head feels like it's clearing up. I think I'm alright now.
You are getting way better at this sort of thing. John, confront your pogo ride and prepare yourself for Nana. Thank God your sanity is returned so that you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thoughts like this one. You examine the pogo ride from your bathroom window. You do not like what you see. Those sons of bitches! No one risks painful injury on your green slime ghost pogo ride. No one but you.
Rose, my piano!
Sorry. No nuance to these controls at all. I was hoping to bludgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano isn't the end of the world, though.
I guess you're right.
You'll need to pick up the spoils in person. I can't interact with the grist.
So, that means I have to go out the back door?
Yes. Is there a problem?
Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid Nana and her spooky ghost cookies.
You're right. That does sound dumb.
Can you see her in the kitchen?
Yeah,
I mean, what's she doing? Is she baking?
you could say that.
Are you sure you can't get that grist up to me somehow?
Maybe.
Maybe Rose should use the pogo ride to fling the grist through the window. Doesn't look like that grist is going anywhere. You just never know with these gaming abstractions.
I'm kind of shocked that The Dark Knight was like a decade ago, to be honest. I'm shocked.
There you go. Now why don't you check out the designates? You can do that while I get to work.
On what?
Piano, level up for slaying the imp. The piano, in its valiant effort, has unfortunately been slain. But if it hadn't, it would have raked in so many boon dollars you have no idea. So many!
What about the grist on the piano? Why would you not pick that up? Like, what the hell? And there's like a few seconds of video left, but there's nothing playing. This webcomic is weird. The internet. It's an OnlyFans for puppet ass. I'm not surprised given how the world is going, but the one thing am I weird that I grew up as a teenager, but yes, I liked females, but it was so vanilla. I don't understand why it's so weird. Why puppets? Why can't you just... What's wrong with people? I don't get it. What, are people like not good enough for you or something? They're not plasticky enough? I just don't get it. Because, bro, I don't get it. And don't tell me because it's ironic. It's not ironic at all. There is no irony. It's just depravity. One does not question the life choices of bro. Okay, let's read Homestuck Act 2 Part 10, because reasons.
Nana said to Bill. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, okay.
But this sure is gonna take a lot of grist. Looks like you're gonna be busy, John.
Ah! Well, what are you building?
Stairs. They are fairly expensive, actually.
Oh man. I could have warned you about the stairs.
I'll try recouping some of the grist from the catwalk I built earlier.
It keeps happening!
Ah, good. Looks like I can get a refund for earlier allocations.
I told you, Rose! I told you about the stairs!
Okay. Consider me fully briefed on the matter of stairs. Now, if you don't mind, it's hard enough to concentrate on this without immersing ourselves in Strider's non sequitur.
Did you know he thinks puppets are cool? He's so dumb!
Does he?
Okay, you obviously don't have enough grist yet for something that ambitious.
Wait, why?
But you can get started with something of a foundation for upward construction.
Why did she build it so wide? She could have literally just done stairs, 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 like I did in fucking Fallout 4 or Fallout 5, whatever it was, and you could build as high as you want.
At least. John, how about you check the cabinet for imps or other useful
What the hell is
items?
that?
No imps in here, just a lot of shaving cream. Dads love shaving. It's basically all they do. When they're not baking, that is. You capture log 2 cans of shaving cream just in case. You never know when you'll need to bust out hilarious shaving cream Santa beard to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. It is suggested that you ride the pogo ride. It's a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. The towel floats back down onto the rack. The circle of stupidity is now complete.
What? Why doesn't Nana go outside?
It looks like the imps have taken a shining to the crook Struder. Crooksite and black goo. Everywhere. But it is suggested that John rides the Slimer Pogo and one-ups that imp. Well, okay, it's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyway and brandish your deadly armaments. Now, ride your steed to victory! This is incredibly dangerous! Okay, let's see how they like the old double-barrel leather blood. Oops! Oh shit!
Mr. John, respectfully ask that you please stand up.
Don't move, or the Pogo gets it!
Now, sir boy, flee from this boorish rebel post-haste.
Nice abscond, dude!
No, not the fridge!
The refrigerator skyrockets up the echelon ladder to a new rung! 5-star General Electric! And earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance.
Well done, John. Polite congratulations.
For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcome change from the erratic moods earlier.
Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask.
I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work with the designates. John, Im's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped your PDA again, didn't you? Why did you have to pick up all that stupid shaving cream? So pointless.
Why does he have a safe that big? What the fuck?
John, might I bother you for a can opener?
Oblivious to the commotion behind you, you suddenly find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there is probably one in the kitchen, but the path is blocked by your refrigerator. John is being completely unresponsive. What the hell is that nincompoop doing? Years in the future, but let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee, gathering the nectar of wisdom.
Typical human. Please. Thank you. You are welcome. Good day. How do you do? Splendid. And you? Gratification. Further courtesy. Favour is mutually curried.
You are special. You are the best. You will have happiness in everything that you do.
Elixir known as tea. Absurd vestigial fourth digit is cantilevered. Everyone is polite.
Co-player John assesses environment after transition to medium. Followed by Sprite, sans kernel, prototyped once pre-hatch. Completely useless in this form. Severed from suburban grid, house remains mysteriously powered. Convenience presumably facilitated by game, which perhaps deems navigating a powerless house be a handicap less in keeping with Spirit of Game's principal statement of challenge. Internet connection remains stable as well. Will likely remain stable until the internet itself is compromised by some external threat. Something like, let's say hackers. Kill monsters, get grist, build onto the house. That's the game. Didn't know what the point of this was at the time. Floundering trial and error on exhibit. Unsuccessful attempt at tier 2 prototype. Knowing what I know now, I might have avoided using a backbreaking vade-mecum correctable jokesters right with antiquated lexicon and racist aphorisms. Either that, or I might have tried harder to succeed. Final screen capture before I lost my internet signal for a time. I don't know what happened thereafter, but when I returned, the car was nowhere to be found. and the driveway plateau was in a state of disrepair. The mysteries. Will they ever cease? Bright prototyped once more with grandmother's remains. She treats John to some helpful exposition in a friendly and grand-maternal manner. Co-player has displayed inexplicably capricious behavior since arrival. Dress-related? Contracted virus indigenous to realm? It should be noted he was kind of a weird guy anyway. Designates deployed. Still no clue what this does. At mercy of co-player's foolish prioritization tendencies. Grist payload from slain foe. Whether I deal the damage or the co-player does, yield the same. Though I have a significant advantage in battle, taking measures into my own hands deprives John of hand-to-hand combat experience, which ostensibly will become more critical later. Building. The point. Building upward. The point sharpened and directed. Ah, steeds, what steeds? Has the whirlwind a home in your manes? Is there a sensitive ear, alert as a flame in your every fiber? Hearing a familiar song from above, all in one accord you strain your bronze chests and, hooves barely touching the ground, turn into straight lines, cleaving the air, and all inspired by God it rushes on. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing here. Another one of these things? Really, Egbert family? Really? A view of his kidnapped father's room. I can't see in here for some reason. Perhaps this is because John himself has never entered the room. It is possible that I can see only, in a sense, what John can see, or has seen already. I have not found the time to discuss this with him yet. If he enters the room, the question may answer itself.
Why are you building platforms? Are you afraid he's gonna fall or something? Fuck it. High risk, high reward.
Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs.
Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse.
Yes, it seems so.
The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately.
It is unfortunate, I guess.
This kid's an idiot!
What are we talking about again?
But it has been a pleasure nonetheless.
Thanks for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway.
Oh, but thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so very, very much,
I'm with her
dear
on this
favorable
one.
small primate. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time.
Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from?
Ah!
Why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head?
So dense. What the... What the fuck? Oh my god. Alright, let's watch part 11 of Homestuck Act 2. Part 11. I can't even at this point. There we go, my little Death the Kid antics.
Feeling especially economical with your behaviour suddenly, you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the punch designics all in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station designed with a keyboard setup, not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There is a blinking red light and a diagram etched into a panel.
You ever get so distracted by voices in your head that you completely miss large furniture being flung at enemies in the same room as you? Oh yeah, fucking all the time. Christ.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass.
What is the specific problem?
The problem is, I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong.
You know you like the mannequin dick. Accept it.
I'm enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god fucking damn puppet pelvis. An obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face.
Let's put this into perspective. You put up with the puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word.
You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I've burrowed fuck deep into lively, fluffy Muppet buttock. I'm whirling in the terrible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis in here. It's like the proboscalypse, I guess.
Are you going to start rapping about this?
What? No, listen.
Prong of flesh bereft of home. Found solace twixt a cleft of foam.
No, oh, Jesus.
Of apocalypse your thoughts eclipse, a painted pair of parted lips, that dare through kiss to stir the air, that teases tufts of orange hair. And though faces flush in lovers' fits, hands snug and plush as gloves befit.
Oh, Dickinson, if you can shut your perfumey trap for half a second, this is serious. I'm just saying, if I see one more soft, bulbous bottom being like kinda jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm gonna fly off the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win a medal or some shit.
Then let's hope there will be a squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall.
You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you capture log something, a new code appears on the back of the card. You always wondered what that code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read. But then, you never really found any reason to decipher them. Until now, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Looks like the cards from your Strife deck have codes too. You enter the code DQMMJLEK into the keyboard. At least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off. A green light begins blinking. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards have now been punched with different hole patterns. John is suggested to attempt to retrieve the pogo ride from the card. Oh, well, that should just be a simple matter of... Uh-oh. It looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore. Or store a new item there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast. But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punched card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism yet, you mash at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter DSK GHSDK. The Designic stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signalling its readiness for a card.
You guys remember the old Yu-Gi-Oh games? You know how the Yu-Gi-Oh cards used to have the code at the bottom? And then if you were playing, there was this game on PlayStation, I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh Forgotten Memories or something. And they've got this feature where you can input the card codes. And you sort of think if you have the card in real life and you have the code, you can look it up and retrieve the card in the game, right? You put it in and the cost of the card is like 9999999. And you only get like 2 or 3 stars every victory. It's like, so what? I'm supposed to fucking farm like 9 million, like probably 2 or 3 million wins in order to retrieve one card. It's like, who the fuck will do that? That's what this reminds me of. It's just punching in random numbers. I actually ended up doing that. I ended up getting like this random card that was semi-good, but the cost was beyond astronomical. Because I thought, okay, I've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon card, right? I'm going to get it in the game. I'm going to win like a badass. Nope. 9,900,098, like 99999. Like fucking the cost was astronomical. And then at the end part of the game, you randomly win incredibly powerful cards. Like I think one was called Meteor Dragon, which was stronger than a Blue Eyes Dragon. because he had 3,500 attack power. And he'd just win it randomly through sheer luck. So you would basically be trying to beat the end section of the game, which is like a gauntlet of jewels. And if you lose any one of them, you basically wake up at like the last save point. And you keep trying, and you keep trying, and you keep trying. And this is the end game sequence. So you just keep getting super powerful cards every single time. By the end of it, like, your deck is filled with 3,500 attack power cards. Like, why the fuck was Kaiba not using these? I don't fucking know. Maybe didn't have enough money for them.
You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream, since, you know, the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge the 2 cans into 1 card. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with a pattern that is in no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned out another card in the process. Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious pesterers.
Wait, didn't, after he killed those monsters, have all that, you know, that blue stuff that he has in his card inventory? They were playing with a bunch of those, so shouldn't he pick up those because they're very useful? Or is he just an idiot? What the hell's going on? Oh my god, it's gonna get crushed!
Holy shit!
Pick it up, you idiot!
Puppets. Awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
John, I'm about to throw a bathtub through your wall. Watch out.
Wow, that was so totally unnecessary.
I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there and
Pick
try to
up
charge
the grist!
Also, you weren't being terribly responsive.
You mean the stairs? Man, look at those shitty stairs. They're so narrow. Am I supposed to climb those?
They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future.
Yeah!
So why didn't you just build a way up through that hole in my dad's room?
Have you ever been in there?
No.
Exactly.
Huh?
I'd rather not get sidetracked.
Oh wow, it's a
I'm more
sex dungeon.
interested in further exploring the mechanics of the game and watching you discover what sort of outlandish Harlequin decor your father keeps in his room.
Oh, come on. What's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through.
Will you?
Yeah, why not?
Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there? Or why it's been kept a secret from you?
I mean, yeah,
Then trust me, you won't be going right on through.
Wait, are you saying there's something, like, troubling in there?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you see in there?
I can't see in there.
Oh,
But I don't have a very good feeling about it.
whatever. I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings.
Rose decides to move the punched cards up to John's room along with some Crooksite dowels. You swoop up the bountiful supply of grist generated by your
Wait, so she can't pick up grist, but she can pick up those blue things, okay?
co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings, and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that these books comprised at least half the weight of the safe. You examine the family tome of humour. It's another copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old, perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved with your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped. You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery you have come to know and love. You capture log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. You take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a scintillating read, but it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you'll never understand. It seems he has been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades.
Son, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift this safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what is inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you.
You guess this is the combination to the safe. This is completely useless. You guess these are all zeros. Or are they capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think.
Can you stop throwing shit off the cliff?
Wait, John, before you punch that... Oh. I was about to say, if you first took note of the code, then removed the card from the card, you could have punched the blank one. You would only have burned one card, instead of two.
Oh yeah, you're right, damn it!
John, throw your hat down in disgust! John, capture log, punched capture logged capture log card.
Sweet catch.
What? The 2 cards Siladex. Inventory of dumbasses. John, level up! Colonel Sasuke, level up for slaying the imp! The Colonel soars to the new heights on his echelon, reaching the new rung. One-man julep vacuum. And pockets 9,550 boon dollars. Chump change for that genteel, aristocratic southern colonel. Bathtub, level up for slaying the imp! The bathtub surges heroically and surpasses the rung, Archimedes' aqua cradle, proceeding directly to the vaunted rung, Taft Jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub's basing capacity remains unaffected. Safe, level up for slaying the imp! The safe was slain in battle. A great flaming nautical pyre carries it off to Valhalla. John,
Valhalla!
make your way up those stairs post-haste.
Valhalla.
You're not sure. They look pretty precarious to you. But you've been assured that the stairs are perfectly navigable.
Let's scramble.
Lousy goddamn stupid stairs!
But if you could keep recycling the fucking material, why don't you build the stair, a little platform where you fucking stand, recycle the stair, build another one, go away, and just fuck it. Fuck it.
You wander over to the
Oh
place
my
where
god, it's the jigsaw puppet. Fucking run.
keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you actually don't give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing though. You know this drill all too well. Troubles are brewing. Dave, perhaps you should take that expensive ninja sword. What sword? You approach the exit. There's something on the door that you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out.
What have I done? Animal? Please start breathing. Oh god, please breathe. Haha, okay, make-believe time's over. Oh god, 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 oh god. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one can ever know. I have to hide the body, but where? Think, imagination! Ah, the one time I really need you!
Hello, Ralph. I want to play a game. 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 I want to play a game.
I used to be able to do the Jigsaw voice in high school.